Hello and welcome to all students. In this our today's lecture, students, we are in the topic of modern periodic table from 11th science chemistry syllabus. This is one of the very important and most powerful tool for understanding the chemistry, and this is very important chapter from this your syllabus. Now students, in this modern periodic table, with the help of slides we will look at in details about this chapter step by step. Now students, first of all from this chapter we are going to learn a important point is nothing but development of the periodic table. Students, in 1864 John Newland noted that when the elements were arranged in the order of atomic number, that every 18th element had similar properties. He referred to this as a law of octaves. So this is the start of the periodic table. John Newland, who has made this law, that is law of octaves, and he has arranged the elements according to their properties. And students, in the next part, in 1869 Dmitri Mendeleev and Mayer independently proposed the idea of periodicity. Both of these scientists worked together and they put forward the theory, and after this Mendeleev grouped elements 66 according to their properties. Now students, Mendeleev predicted properties for elements not yet discovered such as gallium. So these are the different steps in the development of periodic table in the past times, that is if you look at their history. Now students, look at this picture. The elements with the different shades of colors we have shown here means when they get discovered they have shown with the help of different colors. That is, if you look at the elements with gray color, they are known from ancient times, and the elements with blue color, or you can say blue color, they are discovered in the century of 1894 to 1918, and the colors which the elements which are shown with the color yellow, they get discovered in the century of 17th, between 17th and 18th, and the color green which indicates middle ages to 17th century. Like that, with the help of different shades their discovery has made, and we have shown in this slide. You will get an idea when the corresponding elements get discovered. The tentative year of discovery we have shown in this periodic table. Now we will move to the next part of this chapter, that is development of the periodic table. Now students, however, Mendeleev could not explain inconsistencies such as argon coming before potassium in the periodic table despite having a higher atomic mass. In 1913, Henry Moseley discovered the correlation between the number of protons, that is atomic number, and frequency of X-rays generated. Now this experiment, with the help of this experiment, Henry Moseley discovered their correlation between number of protons and the frequency of X-rays generated, and with the help of this experiment he has arranged the elements with the help of their physical properties and their atomic masses. Ordering the periodic table by atomic number instead of atomic mass enabled scientists to make sense of discrepancies. Now the entries into today include the atomic number and symbol and the arranged according to the electronic configuration. Now students, if you look at the different discoveries which are made for elements, that is their discoveries which are made after the Moseley's periodic table, and that elements they gets arranged with the increasing atomic number. And in 1869 Mendeleev and Lothar Meyer from Germany published the nearly identical classification schemes for elements known to date. The periodic table is based on the similar properties and reactivities exhibited by certain elements. You can find out some different elements which are arranged according to their properties, and in that times you will find out different elements with their corresponding atomic masses. They gets arranged like this. Now students, after making some different changes with the different theories, different scientists they have put forth their theories for arranging the elements with the help of their physical properties as well as atomic number, atomic masses. They have made the periodic table like this. It consists of 7 periods and 18 groups, and with the help of different shades we have shown here, means the elements gets divided into 4 class, that is S block, P block, D block and F block. The elements which are present at the extreme left, they are known as S block elements, as their last electron enters in S block, and the elements which are represented with blue shading, they are P block elements, and the elements which are present at the middle of the periodic table, they are known as the D block elements, and the elements which are present at the bottom of the periodic table, they are known as the F block elements. And their group, they are placed in a different group, and that groups are shown at the top of the periodic table, that is first A, second A, third B, fourth B, fifth B, like this. Now the classification of elements, the main group elements, which are also called as the representative elements, are the elements in the group first A through 7A. Look at this highlighted part from the periodic table chart. You will notice here first A, second A, third A, fourth A, fifth A, sixth A and seventh A. These are the main group elements, or we can call it as the representative elements, which are shown with the gray color. The modern periodic table, the transition metals are found in group first B and third B through 8th B. You will notice these elements in the periodic table at the middle part of the periodic table, and their numbers which are shown at the top of the periodic table, and the highlighted part from this periodic table, you will notice their existence in the periodic table at the middle. Group 2B have filled D subshells and are not transition metals. This is very important part that you should take into account. Now the modern periodic table, the lanthanides and actinides make up the F block elements, that is which are shown at the bottom of the periodic table, and their presence is in between 3B to 4B. and their rows number, that is period number 6th and 7th, we have represented at the left of the series, and the highlighted part from the periodic table which indicates the F block transition elements, we are also calling it as the F block elements. Now if you look at across the periodic table, periods are nothing but they are arranged horizontally across the periodic table, that is rows 1 to 7. These elements have the same number of valence shells. Students should take into account this is a very important part. If you look at the numbers which are represented at the extreme left of the periodic table from 1 to 7, these are nothing but the periods, that is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Now if you look at down the periodic table, that is in group, family are arranged vertically down the periodic table, columns or group 1 to 18 or 1 to 8 AB. The elements have the same number electrons in the outermost shell, the valence shell, and if you look at their numbers which are represented in the blue format with their number in the periodic table. So this is the arrangement of what you can say the periods and the groups in the periodic table. Now students, this is all about in our today's lecture. In our next lecture, we are going to learn the families and the periods, and as well as we will learn the families of the periodic table in the next lecture. So this is all about in our today's lecture. Thank you very much.